If I told you tomorrow to quit your full-time job and become a lash artist, would you do it? I know you're not making any money right now, but what if I told you that I could show you how to make $6,000 in your first month lashing? Just $6,000. I know you're probably sitting here right now like, girl, let's be for real. Like, what are you on about? And honestly, 5 years ago, I would probably be saying the exact same thing. 5 years ago, I was in a corporate job, and to put it plainly, I hated it. You know that one person that walks into the office and the atmosphere instantly changes because you just know they don't want to be there? That was me. Then I decided to enroll in an online lash course, and I decided to start taking models and then start taking paid clients around my 9 to 5 p.m. job. After 3 months of doing this, I was only making $200 or $250 a month, but I decided I was quitting my full-time job and I was out of there. My first month that I pursued lashing full-time and considered myself a full-time lash artist, I made $6,000. Now I know that doesn't sound crazy, it doesn't sound like a lot, but what it did was cover my bills, and it opened up the door to where I am today. So I'm going to tell you how to quit your job and make just $6,000 in your first month as a lash artist. So once you send that email, the very first thing that you need to do, as well as setting up your terms and conditions and all of your policies, is know your numbers. Now this is a step that I completely skipped, so I was pretty much running at any financial target with a blindfold on. But if I had sat down, taken 10 minutes to figure out my numbers, I could have created a plan and I could have got to 6K a lot quicker and probably made double the amount of money in my first month as a full-time lash artist. So what you need to do first is work out how much you are going to bring in per service on average. So to do this is add all of your numbers together and then divide them by that many services. So what you're going to do is add your classic full set, your light volume full set, and your full volume full set together. Plus, you're also going to add 3 infill prices together and divide them by 6. That number that you get on the calculator is your average income per service. Now you're going to divide $6,000 by that number. So I've got my laptop here. I've already forgot what numbers I said, but let's make some up together. So $100 for our classic infill, $110 for our light volume infill, $120 for our full volume infill. Then an infill for each of them is just $100, $300. So we've got $630. Now what we need to do is divide that by 6 because there are 6 services, 3 full sets and 3 infills. So that gives us a grand total on average of $105 per service. Now what we need to do from there, all we need to do is divide the $6,000 by the $105, which gave us a grand total of 57. That means you need to complete 57 services in your first month to make $6,000. Now that might be sounding a little bit crazy right now, but if we divide the 57 services by 4.2 weeks in each month, that's only 13.5 services per week. So that's 2 clients a day, and you'll get a little bit more than $6,000 in your first month. Now, if you're sitting here like, Kate, that sounds great. Okay, now I know my numbers, but I still have no clients and no one around me knows who I am or even knows I'm a lash artist. Don't worry, I've got you as well. By now, you should have your Google, your Instagram, and your TikTok accounts set up as a minimum. You know, back in 2016, when the statistic was like, you only had to see something 7 times and then you would probably want to buy it. Well, now, thanks to all those social media platforms, it's hundreds, if not thousands of times that we need to see that one thing or that one person before we decide to buy from them. So what you need to do is get posting and get exposure. I know you're sitting here again like, cool, that sounds great if I had clients to film or take photos of. So this is what you are going to do next. You are going to do a free model. In fact, you're actually going to do 3 free models. And I know a lot of people say that you never want to discount or undervalue yourself, but you're not, because you might not be financially gaining from this service, but what you are doing is exchanging, and you are getting so much footage. Once you've booked in a free model, what you want to do is set your camera up before they come, and you are going to film you before your model even comes. Then you are going to film and take photos throughout the whole process, and you're going to film you and what you do after the process as well. Now you can create at least 50 different posts to post on your social media pages, whether it's your before and afters, your educational content, vlog style content. If you filmed the consultation, you can show off your skills and show people that even though you're a baby lash artist, you know what you're doing and you know what you're talking about, and you can post all of that. You can post your client's reaction when they first see their brand new lashes. To make it easy for you, I have created a list of 50 content ideas that you can create from one model. Now, when you have this model, 2 rules. Rule number 1, spread the content out. Don't post it all in the same week, and don't post the same person over and over again. Now, the second one, which is so important, make sure it's easy for people to book in if they want to. There is nothing worse, in my opinion, as a customer, if you see someone or a service that you really like and you want to book in with them, but you don't know how to. Or even worse, if you have to DM them and you have to wait for them to respond. Most people are most active on social media and most likely to buy something between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. So if you're not on your social media account ready to respond to them, how are they going to book in? Make sure it's easy. Have a booking link in your bio. Even if you are a baby lash artist and you're starting out, you can find really affordable booking sites, and it's going to make it so much easier for them to book in. And I promise people are going to book in with you while you're asleep. Okay, so we've spoken about knowing your numbers. We've spoken about creating content from free model appointments and having that booking link in place to make things easy. Let's talk about when we actually have our client in the door, what we're going to do to help us make that $6,000. The first thing you want to do is make sure that your appointment isn't just another appointment. It's an experience. You want your client to leave feeling good, feeling refreshed, and feeling like they're ready to tackle the day. I've created a free PDF that you can download, which gives you a checklist of things that you should be doing in your appointment to take them to the next level so that it is a good experience for your client. I'll link it down below. Now that you've got your client feeling good, they love their lashes, and you've just told them their aftercare, what you want to do is book them in on the spot. And the trick is to never ask a question that can give a no answer. So for example, you've just given your aftercare. You've just told your client that they need to get their infills every 2 to 3 weeks. Don't then ask, so do you want to book in for an infill? What you're going to ask instead is, would you prefer to come back in 2 weeks or 3 weeks? But you're still letting the client have enough control that the appointment will be suitable for them. So let's say they said 2 weeks. Now your next question is, would you like to come in on a Monday or a Thursday, or whatever works in your schedule? Once they choose a day, would you like to come morning or afternoon? Then when they tell you afternoon, you could say, would you like to come at 2:15 or 4:45 p.m? You're not begging, you don't sound like a sleazy salesperson, but what you are doing is guiding. You sound professional, you sound like you've got your shit together, and you're working with a client to find a time that is suitable for them and also suitable for you. There is nothing worse than asking a client, so when do you want to book your next infill? And they tell you a day that you don't work, like Sunday. Then when you say, sorry, I don't work Sunday, they say, never mind, I'll have a look later on. I promise you 99% of those clients will not rebook in, and you have just missed your opportunity to rebook them in and have them be a regular client. Okay, but now you know, as a baby lash artist, 1, quit that full-time job and pursue something that you're passionate about. Number 2, you know your numbers to make $6,000 next month. You know how to turn one client into at least 50 different pieces of content. I'll pop the link down below for that free content bank, and you know how to rebook your clients with confidence. But if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a like and you subscribe, and comment down below if you have any other questions or any other topics that you would like me to cover. I'll see you soon.